Hello everyone, I really hope you are doing alright. We've got some tea because this channel, Revoke Realityy, made 7 days ago this video about Sloan. I am reading the title. Sloan is problematic, I said what I said. If you don't know the channel Revoke Realityy, known as Revoke, she basically makes video mostly about Eugenia Cooney. These are her most popular videos, her 5 most popular videos, all of them about Eugenia. And Sloan is a channel about Hollywood, exposing Hollywood, celebrity gossip, the last couple of years blind items. These are the 5 most popular Sloan videos. I highly recommend you the Dan Snyder and the Playboy one. And well, for all these haters that say Sloan doesn't use reliable and verified sources, check those 2 videos. Disclaimer, this video will be a little bit tacky. I won't use any clips from Revoke's video because this platform is actively in a witch hunting. They are closing down and putting down a lot of channels out of the blue and with no notice. So you need to be careful if you are a content creator on this platform, which clips, which content, which words you use. You need to be very, very careful. First of all, Revoke starts the video with the drama surrounding Sloan and the actor and dancer Drake Bell. She doesn't give any background, she doesn't explain or at least summarize the story, nothing. She only picks the peak of the drama, meaning the text, those messages on Twitter, now X, only that. For some reason, she doesn't explain how Sloan apologized. He apologized about the situation. He admitted he made a huge mistake, and if I recall properly, they ended up in good terms, meaning Sloan and Drake Bell. But for some reason, Revoke doesn't mention this on her video. I don't know why is that. Second thing, Revoke says Sloan about thumbnails and titles, video titles. She considers his thumbnails and titles very clickbaity. So let's check her thumbnails and her video titles, shall we? For example, these are her 3 most popular videos. I won't make any judgment about the thumbnails because all of them are Eugenia. We all know what Eugenia in Spanish is going through, so I will only read the titles. Eugenia gets exposed by someone she was in recovery with. That's no clickbait. That's not using others' drama to make money, to make profit off. Okay. Eugenia Cooney's filter fail shows her through health status. Hospice nurse calls to try to help Eugenia Cooney. Greenwich police check on her. Welfare check. Hospice nurse called. Wow. The Cooney Family Chaos documentary. This is not profiting others' tragedy or others' problems. Eugenia Cooney suspicious TikTok activity after health scare. If you know Eugenia's history, you know which health scare is referring to. Eugenia Cooney spot with mother and brother. She looks. Yep. And Eugenia, more Eugenia, Eugenia, more Eugenia. She should change the channel's name to Eugenia Central Station Update Info. Let's read what she says about her using clickbait for her titles. But I've done that in the past. I will acknowledge that. I have clickbait titles on purpose, more so to make jokes out of a situation. Jokes out of a situation like Eugenia Cooney's life? A joke? Okay. And she speaks about morals and ethics, or well, more like the lack of morals and ethics on Sloan's videos. Okay. But also I am not the same kind of channel that he is. And she proceeds to not giving any examples or argument this statement because she is worth it. This is a pearl, like we say in Spain. una perlita, but also I'm not the same kind of channel that he is, so I also think that be like, wow, comparing one tea channel to another, like the morals already just are not there. You're talking about people yourself, I get it, but I don't claim to cover or go about content the same way that this person does. I'm here to just share my opinions, and they are reporting facts and running around telling people's personal stories and traumatic events that happened to them, and it's just, I don't know, like it's one thing to talk about it again. So she's claiming Sloan is speaking about others' traumatic experiences, lives. So the same you are doing with Eugenia Cooney, innit? She continues and she says she will cover some of the Sloan's controversy, but not them all. She continues and she practically mocks Sloan when he covered David's trial. By the way, justice for Celeste Rivas. People, please. The correct pronunciation is Celeste, not Celeste. Rivas, no. Celeste Rivas. I know it's a little bit hard, but justice for Celeste. Justicia para Celeste. Revoke shows a clip on which Sloan is out of court because he was invited to see one of the trials day, and in practically I think they were 5 or 6 shorts on which Sloan was trying to explain a lot of the evidence against David. And of course, he was nervous, he was tapping his notebook, trying to explain, and this girl mocks him. Oh my god, why he's tapping his notebook, how he presents himself. I don't know. Maybe because he's on a trial watching hideous evidences, proof about how David did that to Celeste, because the proof are so graphic, very, very disturbing content. Maybe he's a little bit shocked, he's nervous. Maybe, I don't know, that's why he was tapping his notebook. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like jealousy on her words because he was invited to be present on several days in this trial and not her or something. Why you will laugh about a content creator being a little bit shocked about being in a trial? I don't understand. By the way, another part before Revoke mocking Sloan. One thing that rubs me the wrong way is a lot of the times the way he presents himself in his content. I'm stuttering a lot, I know I am, but I'm trying to say things appropriately here. Like he carries himself like he is, I don't know, like, by the way, shot every time he says, like, no, don't do that. I don't want you to get alcohol poisoning. I don't know, like he has, I don't know, don't come for me, Susan. Like he's just, damn, the rhetorical skills are on point. Wow, brilliant. He's like weird, like he will be reading from a book dressed in a suit and like tapping on the notebook he used to cover David's trial. So how he supposed to go dressed like in a trial? In a thong and with flip-flops? And writing the notes on his naked skin? I don't know. And she uses clickbait on this video. It's like a paradox. She was shading Sloan to use clickbait. She uses clickbait to shade Sloan for using clickbait, but she's not capable of argumenting why she allegedly hates Sloan and why people use so freely the word hate. It's a very deep word to use. You are putting not only the word, the sentiment, even if it's not real, even if you are using clickbait, using this word is very negative. It's terrible to use this word. She couldn't explain why she dislikes Sloan, but let's read what she says only seconds later. So Sloan, he has faced significant backlash from viewers and fellow creators for crossing the line into highly unethical content and territory, now originally gaining popularity for supporting victims and advocating for former child stars. So only minutes before she wasn't able to explain with a proper argument why she dislikes Sloan so much, but suddenly she gains the rhetorical skills of Barack Obama. And suddenly as well I check online. I really hate AI. We are destroying the planet. People, they don't realize once you use AI, you are wasting gallons of water to keep the data centers cool. But for this, I have to. So I type on Google why Sloan is hated for, and let's read it and see if there are some similarities, to this AI text created by Google and what Revoke was saying about Sloan. People dislike the commentary YouTuber Sloan because of accusations that he spreads misinformation, relies on clickbait, and exploits sensitive personal trauma for views. Content and research style. Poor research. Viewers and critics on platforms like Reddit, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, state that he often presents unverified rumors or poorly sourced gossip as hard facts, clickbait, and sensationalism. His headlines and video framing are frequently criticized for exaggerating situations to maximize engagement rather than accurately reporting news. Maybe he used chat, blah blah blah, or AI to some part of the videos to create this video. I don't know. Maybe. The next 5-6 minutes on her video is shading Sloan about his video covering Isaac Cappy. Isaac Cappy was a former actor, now sadly gone, rest in peace, who claimed certain things about very powerful people from Hollywood. I am censoring myself just in case. And this girl is claiming that Sloan on his video said that Cappy was a verified source of info for exposing these people in Hollywood. The video she's referring to is this one, is from 2023. I highly recommend you. I won't go deeper on this matter because it's even dangerous. I only will say everyone agrees to expose Hollywood, exposing the alleged hideous things they do behind curtains until they go after their favorites. And I bet you all these channels who criticize Sloan, they are hating Sloan because he has done videos about Ariana Grande, calling her out, about Taylor Swift, about Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg. People sometimes refuse to see the reality even after the files, Island, if you know, you know. For example, I grew up with the Red Hot Chili Peppers songs. My whole life, I'm 38. Several years ago, on YouTube, I watched a documentary about them, exposing them. It completely opened my eyes. I still listen to their music, not the same way, but I won't support them anymore. And of course, I won't give any of my money to them. I know it's very sad because if you do your research about directors, writers, painters, it's all corrupt, but it's the reality. Now we go into the debate. You can separate the art from the person. You should, you shouldn't, we can, we can't. I think we shouldn't. Because, yeah, the art, Picasso, Charles Chaplin, yes, but look what they did, for example. You shouldn't separate. Yes, you can appreciate the art, but they did horrible things. By the way, let's read this comment on Sloan's video about Isaac Cappy with more than 12,000 likes. Sloan, please make an announcement that you are not going to end your life, have no health issues, and that if anything happens to you, it wasn't done by you. I am serious. Exposing this stuff can be extremely dangerous. There are more said. Revoke Realityy continues saying, critics on platforms like the pop-up culture chat over on Reddit notice that he ignored explicit wishes from Amanda Bynes to stop making content about her personal life. I didn't know about this. I think this is the last video Sloan did about Amanda Bynes, exposing Amanda Bynes. Bizarre podcast with a dog. Terrible. This was, I think, verified. You know what? I completely agree with this. I against these YouTube creators who make videos about others, not lives, others' tragedies. Not only this, Sloan has made 3 videos about the super sad passing of Hayden Panettiere. He has done a lot of videos of this monster, David, and the assassination of Celeste Rivas. I don't support this. You can see I haven't watched these videos. I completely against this. Revoke continues, and furthermore, he collaborated with figures like Sam Lutfi, Britney Spears' controversial former manager, to broadcast leaked and verify emails and phone calls regarding her conservatorship. I've checked this and I found this article. This is the interview from Gay Express, a website from New Zealand, with the title The Life and Times or a Gossip Guru. And the interview was made on September the 6th of 2024. Wow, the picture is amazing, by the way. Gay Express asked Sloan, your videos gain notoriety with your unique perspective on the Free Britney movement, with Britney's former manager Sam Lutfi, serving as one of your sources. Can you tell us a bit about that time and the impact you feel this had on your career? And Sloan replied, when Sam Lutfi reached out and provided receipts, it validated my efforts and gave me a unique angle to present to my audience. So, yes, Sloan collaborated with Sam Lutfi. The last article regarding Sam Lutfi I could find, it was this from Yahoo from July 2026. Britney Spears' former manager Sam Lutfi speaks out after a LA freeway incident. Wow, I'm a little bit lost with Britney. What's going on with Britney? It's sad because I'm a fan since the beginning, since Baby One More Time, 1999. I was 11 years old. On her video, Revoke uses Reddit as verified and trustworthy source of info. So I've checked on Reddit and look, I found a post or thread on Reddit about her. Let's read it. Revoke's new video. Ha 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 ha. For real though, this video and everything she said about how she makes her content totally makes what you all have been saying true. And what most of the people says about Revoke's videos, that they don't have any trustworthy source of info, basically that they don't put so much effort in doing the videos. A user wrote Revoke 1 year ago. Revoke is literally obsessed with Eugenia, LMAO. And another user replied, is the only reason anyone watches her channel. Another user said, I have never heard of Revoke. This video of hers is local of fame worthy. She needs to log off and reconnect with nature. To be fair, all of us. I can't stand her channel and her voice irritates me. That's personal, which is beyond either one of our controls. Exactly. I was already skeptical of her content because she often had the poorest of takes. Then she started talking politics and being supportive of Eugenia's videos running campaigning for the person in office now. Then around December, January, she blatantly came out with pro-current administration rhetoric and copped attitudes with viewers who asked her to stop, and obviously continue doing it. I'm not sure what she's not understanding, but clearly nobody wants to hear her personal political beliefs or politics in general, not what we watched the video for. Having watched the chick since, not a fan of people who can't stand on topic or who can't be told when to course correct. Every video I watch of Revoke, I'm constantly eye-rolling. Her Eugenia research is awful. And she speaks bad about Sloan's research and sources, verified and trustworthy sources, okay? And her takes are even worse. She literally just yaps about whatever and makes false claims. Revoke says on her video about Sloan the same about Sloan. Interesting. And this is coming from someone who hates Eugenia, LMAO. And the cherry on top for finishing this video, let's read one of the lovely comments on Revoke's video about Sloan, he's so problematic also. Where are his top teeth? I hate him. And probably this person will be the first to claim against bullying. Please don't judge others' bodies. Stop. Leave Ariana Grande alone. Leave Jenna Ortega alone. We shouldn't be commenting others' bodies. By the way, I've made a video about Jenna Ortega. A lot of people are saying her drastic physical change is because of this, because of that. But my theory is because she's preparing herself for a new role. Bullying, don't harass, Revoke, nor Sloan. That wasn't the intention of this video. The intention of this video was to play the devil's advocate, because at one point I agree with Revoke, actually. About Sloan's videos, about Revoke's video, but always being respectful. Always. The base should be that. Respect.